Hey everyone, my name is Errol Nazareth, and I'm the host of CBC Radio's Big City Small World. It's a cool, funky weekly show that's broadcast out of Toronto, and I think it reflects the diversity of our city through music. I'm so happy to be introducing LADOM Ensemble, who I believe are one of the most unique groups in Toronto. I've been a fan of the band for the last 10 years, and I think they do a brilliant job blending traditional Persian and Balkan music with contemporary classical music. The quartet features a pianist who is originally from Iran, an accordion player from Alberta, a cellist from Toronto, and a percussionist from PEI. There's another reason why I like this band. The music can be contemplative, but it can also be rollicking and just really party, has a really cool party vibe as well. It's so good to connect with you guys after talking about you on my show for so many years. Welcome, you guys.
Hi. Thank you. Nice to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Incidentally, we played one of your songs on the show last Saturday, just talking about you doing another one of these online shows, which is, everyone's getting used to the whole live stream situation.
Yeah.
Speaking of videos and online, can we watch one of your videos right now?
Please.
This is a special video that we compiled for Global Toronto 2020, little intro video highlighting some of the repertoire that our shows, you can hear through our shows. So, Errol, thank you for the introduction, and we'll go to the video.
Oh. Puya, tell us about the video we just watched.
The video that you just watched is a combination of different pieces and compositions that we perform, songs. Some are original, that was written for the group, one of the composers. So that's one of the things that you hear. Also, there are like arrangements of Persian traditional music in there, arranged for the 4 instruments that we have here. Also, some fun tour photos that we put together just to make it a little bit more fun, of what kind of food we like to eat together, and like what traveling is as a group, which the group kind of becomes your second family, which is awesome. So yeah, that was what was the video about.
And to show us that you guys aren't like, even though you all deal with chamber music and classical music and all these, you guys aren't super serious all the time, right? You're having fun, right?
No, we have a lot of fun, and we have a lot of influences in our group. So we
Which
like
is what I
kind
love.
of mix
Yeah,
all
it's,
that
it's
together.
such a complex and layered sound. Listen, a year ago, a few months back, none of us could have predicted that we'd be attending a conference and having a panel discussion on Zoom, online, right? But here we are. I'm curious, how have you guys been navigating the pandemic since it hit back in March?
I'll answer that question. My name's Adam, and I play percussion in LADOM. And when the pandemic hit and everything started to slow down, and we all had to stay in our houses, and all of a sudden, all our future engagements started to be canceled or postponed. It was just a really big upheaval in our lives. And I know it's happening to so many people in so many places in different ways. But yeah, for us as a group, that was really strange to all of a sudden just have the rug pulled out from underneath you in terms of your momentum and your vision and where you're going to. So it was sort of this forced pause. But out of that, during that time over these last few months, I know with that sort of, we were forced to take a break from business as usual. We've been spending time, a lot of time at home, as most people are doing, but spending time re-evaluating what are the tools we have, what are the things we have that we want to present as a group, what are some of the different ideas that we have, especially things that we say like, oh, we'll get to this someday, or oh, if we only had time, we could
do these
arrangements.
Yeah.
So now we actually, it's not how we imagined it, but we have some time, a bit more time in certain ways. So we've been able to dive into different projects, put a bit of research into this, talk about different ideas for future tours, and of course, adapting to all this technology. Talking to you there today, I only see 4 people on the screen, but I assume there's many more people watching this, and hello to you all. So we're getting used to this and trying to take advantage of that, and not unlike what we've been doing for many years. Every time we're faced with a challenge, we try to treat it as an opportunity to grow and improve and build upon the ways that we can share our music. And another thing that's come out of this time of sort of reflection for us as a group, one of our sort of mantras as a group is that, our mantra is sort of the title of our most recent album, "The Walls Are Made of Sound." It's a quote from some poetry by Rumi. And to us, that means that when we're in a hall playing a concert, the music isn't just us. The music is the people, and it's everything that's happening in that room. It's the energy. And I've sort of started thinking about music and sharing that together as a sort of a miniature, much more positive version of a pandemic, in terms of when we go through that all together, there are shared emotions, shared experiences, and we leave that hall with this thing that has happened and sort of temporarily changed us all. And if you weren't there, then you don't know what that was like. Kind of like the world now, we're all going through this thing together. It's changing us. It's going to affect us, and it's going to, change the rest of our lives in different ways for everyone. And that, I think, is something that we miss. We miss that ability to have that chance to connect and have those moments, those unique, one-of-a-kind moments with audiences. But like I said, we're inspired and excited to embrace some of this technology, and also looking towards the future when we can be back, hopefully sooner than later, experimenting maybe in new ways that we can be connecting with live audiences and having those experiences again.
Beautifully said. I like your attitude. I like your philosophy, and you do with such a lovely smile on your face, Adam. I just love your optimism.
Well, when you don't have hair, you got to have a smile.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
No, that was really beautiful. I like how you said that. Puya, how did you come up with such a unique sound? My goodness.
Well, it started off, I was studying music at University of Toronto, and I was sitting at the back of the class. And I am originally from Iran, and an accordionist was sitting next to me who was from Serbia. And we just started talking and became friends. And he was like, "Oh, you play piano?" He plays accordion. We started to form this group. And then we added cello and also percussion to spice it up. And since then, we just brought our own background and heritage into the group. And over the years, it has kind of become, LADOM has become its own sound. And we haven't come across any other group with this combination of instruments. So whatever we do with the group becomes kind of our own sound by default. Mm-hmm. And it's been a lot of fun arranging for the group, because it's a challenge. Each arrangement is kind of a challenge and also a fun thing to assign who does what. And we have like these varied instruments, like a string instrument, having a percussive instrument, and all kinds of different things, and a wind instrument, which is the accordion with so many keys. So yeah, right. It's been a lot of fun.
When I talk about bands like yours on my show, and I've talked about so many over the last 10 years or more, I always say there's no other city that could throw up a band like this. You know what I mean? I think that's something that we should be proud of, and that what makes our city even more unique, that we have this big cultural cauldron happening, and out of that comes all this amazing music,
For sure.
And what kind of audience, I'm curious, the kind of people that you are, because you're playing music that has, elements of Balkan music and Persian music and classical and all these other, I'm curious, like, who's in the crowd when you look out there?
Hi, thanks, Earl. Great question. And I'm sort of reflecting on the very setup that we're in right now, and that we don't know who is out there. I'm Andrew Kwan, and those who caught the video of LADOM Ensemble are sort of saying, why is there an Asian person in the group when clearly wasn't the cellist, wasn't the accordionist? I'm Andrew Kwan. I've been managing LADOM Ensemble for the past 3 or so years, and it's been a wonderful relationship. And much of why I felt that they were unique is everything you're talking about, the instrumentation, the individual contribution of both culture and music backgrounds. As a result, you're also spot on by saying that a city like Toronto sort of is an incubator for these type of opportunities. You won't find this in other cities where the comfort of ethnic mosaic collaborations are so freely accepted, and hence sort of the title of this conference, Global Toronto. And if the four musicians and their musical specialty doesn't define global Toronto music, I'm not sure what else does. So to answer your question, of course, we as their manager, I'm going to say from 2 to 200, anybody, everybody, there's something that connects with all audiences. And yes, you alluded to their classical chamber development foundation, but through the video, through their music, you can feel a lot of the ethnic folk music, a lot of the music which people dance, a lot of music which people just have a need to tap their toe or clap their hand. So as a result, the festivals, the outdoor venues are ideal. But having seen the videos, the pictures from the videos, they've played soft seat venues, everything from intimate cabaret style concerts to
but Andrew, I'm trying to get a sense of, like, I understand what you're saying. I'm trying to get a real sense, and we don't have much time. Like, who are you seeing out there? Like, are you seeing people from various colors, genders, races, ages?
Right. Yes, all of them. And what's always the great endorsement is after the show when we're at the merchandise table, which we all hope will return one day. People always say, I had no idea what you were about, but I love your music. I can connect your music. Or they hear little elements of East Coast music or klezmer music or Middle Eastern Balkan Turkish, or for that matter, even a Chopin piece, a Brahms piece, an operatic piece. And they say, wow, I've heard it 1,000 times, but you guys brought a new definition, a new meaning. And actually, for those who would like to hear a little bit more of the full group, they are online tonight. So you talk about how the pandemic has affected the artists. The Toronto Summer Music Festival has presented a Toronto Summer Music online festival. And LADOM Ensemble will be performing, hosted by a wonderful conductor by the name of Daniel Bartholomew Poser. They'll be doing a 50-minute performance free of charge. Anyone can just Google Toronto Summer Music Festival, and they're being featured tonight, Eastern Daylight Time at 7:45. So, and again, that one, we're not sure who's going to be there, but I'm pretty sure there'll be a few folks tapping their toe and maybe getting up and shaking a bit. So
after everyone out there has heard us talking about the band and raving about them and hearing from the band members, it's great timing that that show's happening the same day as this conversation. It's been great catching up with you. I hope that we can see each other like live and actually see the show sometime. And
I know I'm down in my basement right now. I've been spending so much time in my basement. I can't wait. I'd even go into someone else's basement before a concert. I'd just anywhere but this basement. Let me out. Let me play some music for people.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy here, but yeah, I would love to go out too.
And keep making the music that engages us, that excites us, and every listen is something new. It's been great catching up with you guys.
And thank you, Earl, for supporting LADOM Ensemble for the past decade. You've been
so many years,
one of their first ones to discover their CD, and you've been spinning it on your show for all these years. So thank you. We've been
thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome, you guys.
Thank you, Global Toronto.
Yeah, thanks, Global Toronto, for despite all this stuff, you pulled it off. Well done. Take good care, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.